Good morning, everybody. Today I'd like to talk about the F word, food. Food. Uh, I think food is important. We've been talking a lot about health and fitness over 60. We've issued some challenges, the get fit in 30 days challenge, where we're walking, doing push-ups, squats, and we are also talking about avoiding sugar, which I did a series called Is Sugar the Devil? And then a few videos back we issued the Get Fit in 30 Days, which a lot of you have stepped up to the challenge. And so today, if you're watching this, it's Monday morning for you, and I'm recording Sunday. I've been told by the gurus on YouTube that I should schedule. I should schedule it, that way more people will catch the show. And so I'm hoping to expand my great friendships that I have. And a lot of you have become my friends over this past almost 2 months. And I greatly appreciate it. So for this topic, I have made some notes as well, because I don't have the ability to retain all the information that's out there, but I will tell from my own experience, as you guys know from my past videos, about a year and a half ago, I was fed up, at least 30 to 40 pounds overweight and just out of shape. And my wife had been telling me gently, Brian, you need to do something. And I remember the day I decided, look, I got to do something. And that's the day I started doing push-ups. And it just started with one simple act of push-ups. And then that led to a lot of other things. And during this, by the way, I'm having some decaf, so if you all join me, as I told you on my liquids one, we talked about hydration. I drink a lot of water, and I do like decaf, so. If you have a chance to get a nice cup of joe or some tea for all my British, Aussies, New Zealander friends, Kiwis out there who drink the tea, Indians, go ahead and grab some of that as well. So let's talk about food. What I've been doing is what I found is that I in the morning, I'll drink some water, and then I'll work out and drink some more water. And then I'll kind of wait, kind of like an intermittent fasting. I'll wait to have my first meal. And what I've been doing is I've been keeping my calories, low. So I kind of spread out my daily calories. And so, for us males and even females over 60, we can determine, there's formulas for determining your weight. And I think I'm going to put some of this stuff in the notes. But basically, you're going to do what they call a BMR, your baseline formula. It's the Mifflin St. Jour estimate for body fat. But basically, you take 10 times the weight in kilograms, plus 6.5 times your height, minus 5 times your age, plus 5 for men. So, and then you're going to multiply it by your activity. So if you're sedentary, you multiply by 1.2. If you're light activity, you multiply by 1.375. If you're moderate, you're going to multiply by 1.55. And if you're heavy, you'll multiply by 1.75. So this is an example. 175 pounds, you're 5'10", 60 years old. So that's going to equal about 2,200 to 2,400 calories per day for maintenance. And then you're going to want to drop a little bit below that. So what you do is you take your calories. So let's say you want to, digest 2,000 calories, and you want to spread it out by 4 or 5 meals. You want to make sure those calories are maybe 400 or 350 to 400 per meal. So in my mind, what you're doing is you're not eating to get full, you're eating for energy. And so you're eating for energy throughout the day. And also for us men especially, we need to increase our protein. So we want to increase our protein into our diet. And for men over 60, Protein should be about 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of total weight for muscle metabolism. And then fats is 20 to 30% of calories. There's a lot of good fats out there. Avocado is a really good fat. And then carbs fill the rest, ideally whole sources. So not empty carbs, not processed flour, or, don't go get the worst kind of bread. I found like, for me, I'll do like in the morning, I'll do like one egg, a couple slices of bacon, maybe a few corn tortillas. I like a little salsa, sprinkle of cheese. I like those are called my egg tacos. That's good in the morning, and it's less than 300 calories. And then I'll have, of course I've had my water, and then I'll drink my coffee. In the morning I'll do like a mixed regular decaf coffee. And then I get like little protein bars or something like that, honey sticks, that kind of thing. Beef jerky, just little things that I can, maybe my second meal might be that, and a couple hours later, 2 or 3 hours later. So, by spreading out the meals, by increasing your protein, by decreasing the sugary drinks, increasing more water. And one of my good friends online, he mentioned that we have to watch, about our electrolytes. So make sure, you're not just drinking all liquid, but you want to add a few electrolytes too, which is probably a good point. Again, you can research a lot of this yourself. I guess I bring this up because I want to motivate you and encourage you that you can do it. I mean, each one of us can do it. The body says that our bodies are temples, and what we put in them affects what we put out into the world. And so if we're going to be, good citizens, good husbands, good wives, good parents, that kind of thing, you want to be in a good state of physical being, good state of spiritual being. And so, I would encourage you to, to spread out your meals, to not look at it as getting full, but to energize your body. And so food is the energy that your body needs. And as you practice this and you get better at it, you'll find that, you really don't need to eat, sit down and eat and gorge yourself. And maybe if you're going to have a little bit more calorie, you would do it in the morning and then a little less at night. I know a lot of you have messaged me about different things you're doing, which is fantastic. And so read those comments down there, share this out to people that that you love, who could maybe get motivated to start taking some action. And so let's all just motivate each other and encourage each other by chipping in, sharing what our thoughts are, and thoughts that are lifting up. You know what I mean? I would say that 99% of all the comments I get on this page are very positive and help each other. Every now and then you get a goofball comment, but actually going into this, I thought I'd get a lot more goofball comments. So, but what I've found is that it's just a lot of love on this channel. A lot of people who really care about one another. So that's fantastic. As usual, if you like what I have to say, like Lily would say, can I boop your nose? Boop. And just give me a like, boop. And, subscribe to the channel, share it, comment. That stuff is great. So as we work on our push-ups, as we work on our squats, as we walk daily, as we, use that walk time to draw closer to Lord, release the negative tension in our life, maybe watch a little less news, and, just spend a little bit more time with the ones we love as we put down the sugary drinks and juices, and we increase our water intake. And yes, for a couple of my friends, that means a nice spirit once in a while, a good beer or a good drink with some water, right? Maybe, and of course, and then let's think of food not as something that we get full with, but something we energize ourselves with. How's that? All right, well, hopefully you've enjoyed this topic. I wasn't walking today, it's Sunday. So when you're watching this, it'll be Monday. So I wish you a great week, and may God bless you. Take care.